Alright, got it fired up. Got it warming up. I'm gonna put some butter on there. Get this side off. Let's see what that's for. Stick around. Here we go. Have some supper tonight. That's what it's used all week, and I've cooked every night but Wednesday on it. Let's see. Stick around, I'm gonna get some food ready. Okay, back out here at the grill. I got a steak ready and some salmon going here. I put this butter on here when I first cut it on. Y'all watched another video, I burnt some, I believe. So we're gonna pour that up and see how that turns out and see if it looks any different than the ones I think I burnt, or the one I thought I burnt. Here's the steak. Salmon over here. That's a pretty big steak. That's a sirloin steak. It does have the bone in it. And that comes from a farm close to us. We have a half a cow processed last year. If you watched the other videos, we got another one coming up that we've already paid for to have processed this year, which we'll get it about April. So it's just a big cut of meat for a sirloin, but that's what it looks like. See the steak here, piece of meat here, and a piece of meat around here, and there's two bones. That's gonna be for my wife, and then that salmon's for me. Give me just a minute, and I'll move the camera around, and we'll pour that butter into them silicone trays. I'm gonna pour this butter into these trays and do it without messing up. This is just one stick of salted butter. This is just, I think it's called brown butter, and you just put it back in the refrigerator. And what we do is break it up and eat it. If you watched the other video, I put it in some small trays. Those were already being used for some butter my wife done inside the house. If you watched the other one, this turned out really dark coming off this grill. So we're gonna see if it'll lighten up some, and if I actually burnt the other, which I believe I did. So, all right, so y'all give me a little bit. I'm gonna go put this in the refrigerator. We'll check these steaks here in just a little bit, or steak and salmon. All right, I got that brown butter in the freezer section, cooling off, hardening back. If you watched the other video, I showed you this is what my wife does on the inside, and that's usually what it turns out looking like. And the last time I done it on the grill, this is what it looked like. So like I said, I think I burnt this one. We're gonna see here in just a little bit, because she done some more also. watch some of the other videos if you hadn't. This is just I posted up some videos. I'm just new to YouTube and the channel. I've watched it a long time. I never posted any videos. In 2015, 2016, somewhere up in there, I posted 2 videos, and in the area I live at that time, we didn't have good internet, and it took, I think, almost 2 hours to upload one of those videos. So I kind of give up. And over the last year, we've ended up getting some internet in our area that's good and got some decent speeds and actually stays up and trustworthy versus something like just straight off your phone or satellite or something like that. So decided I'd try to get back into it and see if I could make a few videos and see how it turns out. And this Pit Boss is new to me for Christmas, and I was using it a lot, and I said, well, I'll start right there. Just posting a few videos, and not necessarily about the food, but how I can come in and fire up this pellet grill and cook supper on it in a decent amount of time, and have some supper ready for the family to eat in just the afternoon. If you're watching this now, this is a Friday, so with teenage kids, it's a light supper for us. So just me and my wife. Got her a steak and a piece of salmon. She's on the dirty carnivore, and I'm on the. I've been previously on the carnivore diet, but I've been doing a toxin detox, which doesn't call for red meat at the moment. So I'm on like vegetables and a little bit of salmon added back this week, and then another week I can add chicken and turkey back. In 2 weeks of that, and I'll be finished, and I'll be going back on the carnivore diet. All right, so y'all stick around. We'll see how this sirloin with the bone in it turns out on the pellet grill. Flip this over. Steak sitting right around 100 degrees, give or take a little bit. We'll let it come on up a little bit, closer to 120 or so, and I'll move it on top of open the searing plate and move it on top of it. Had a piece of skin on it, but it fell off. next time we open it, we'll probably be opening that sear plate. I do cut the grill up for that. I have took out one of these grates and just laid it right on that top of the heat shield, but with this bone in it, I don't know that that would work very well. This is only my second time or third time cooking steaks on it since I've bought it. One time I done it just like this. The other time I took one of the shields out, one of the grates out, laid it right on the plate. All those were ribeyes. For Christmas I did do about 15 steaks on it, and I done them. That's the time that I removed them and done it on the right on top of the heat shield. that meat can relax and lay out. How big of a sirloin that is. Take care inside, get everything else ready, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, wow. Out here, if you watched one of the other videos that had these Granny Smith apples, and what I've done is just throwed it back in that pan, throwed them in that pan that salted butter was in. Set them right here and cut the grill down, and when I get done eating, I'll have me some dessert ready. All right, we're back in the house. Let the steak rest. Finished up my asparagus and salmon. I pulled that salmon off at about 145 to 150 range. For me, that's kind of what I like. You can kind of see the fat starting to come out of it, so I've probably done it a little too fast. But then the steak is pulled off at about 140, 145, and I just bring it in and let it rest and sit there for a little while. And I put salt, pepper, and then I put butter on top of it and let it melt back into it. And, y'all probably hear my woman Rainer in the living room. She's waiting on her a piece of this steak here. She usually gets the leftovers. So she's starting to get a little antsy waiting on it. But we'll eat this, and before I finish this one off, we'll go back out to the grill and get those apples off, and we'll see how they turn out. So yeah, y'all stick around and see how we finish those apples out. Okay, while them apples are finishing up, I just went out and flipped those. We'll break this butter out, a little bit of it. Coming off the smoker, it does turn a little darker than being done on the stove. I guess you might could pull it off, or either it's the smoke doing it, I'm not sure. So we'll keep trying it a few times and see how it turns out. That one fails. I have a dog named Lacey. She'll get that. I'll pick it up and give it to her as a snack. See how this one turned out. We'll break these up into little small pieces or pieces, and that's just a little snack to eat on. Come in and hungry or something on that carnivore diet, especially helps out when you're new in it. Just a little snack. Yeah, that turned out a lot better than the last ones. All right, we'll get the apples off. We'll be done with this video. Right, this is the apples. That dynamo on it calls for Granny Smith apples only. For some reason, I hadn't researched that or to see why. I'm sure it's got something to do with the sugars. Kind of get tired of eating them just whole, so I've been cutting them up and putting them on the grill, heating them up. I like them this way. I'll probably continue eating that even after I finish off this diet. It's a 30-day diet that I'm on. We finished off the steaks and the salmon and the asparagus, and this is fixing to be my dessert. This is a Friday night meal for us. I hope y'all's Friday night's going good. Hope your weekend's gonna start out good. Y'all get out in the backyard, get outside and have some fun this weekend if it's where you can. If the weather's allow you to do that wherever y'all live at. All right, I'm gonna end it off. Appreciate y'all watching.